I got both going at the same time with different players.
Hey, it was worth a shot.
Check, 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 check. Check, check.
I just need you to mute this.
What? All right, okay. All right. You want to call in, bud? Check, check, check. Leon, how you doing? All right? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Matt. Matt. Our intro is starting in about 40 seconds. Does that matter? Oh, we're already live.
All right, good evening, everyone. I'm Brian Kniff alongside Buddy Tarbot in a very special evening of high school basketball on 98.7 The Coast, as well as a live video stream on Coast Sports today. It's the Cape Atlantic League semifinal game. 5th-seeded St. Joseph against number 1-seeded Wildwood Catholic. The winner will play in the title game on Saturday at 2 o'clock at Stockton University. St. Augustine Prep won the earlier semifinal over Mainland, 65-41. Even though Mainland held a 17-9 lead after one quarter, it was all St. Augustine Prep after that. This Wildwood Catholic St. Joe game, two teams that know a lot about each other. They've beaten each other once apiece this season. Wildwood Catholic beat St. Joe 101-82 at home early in the year. And then a couple weeks ago, St. Joe upset the Crusaders 66-58 at home. And so this will be a very interesting rubber match between these two rivals from the Cape Atlantic United Conference. So it should be an excellent basketball game. We've got a good crowd on hand here at Apsagami High School, and we're glad you could join us on 98.7 The Coast.
And Brian, this is really going to be, you want to talk about, obviously it's the third time, so this is the rubber match. And these teams will really going to be getting after each other tonight. There's not a lot of love lost between these schools. They're very competitive. It's a very intense rivalry. In that first game on January 15th at Wildwood Catholic, as you said, Wildwood Catholic was victorious 101-82. And the Crusaders were led by Jaleel White with 37, Taj Sweet, who had 36, Jacob Hopping had 12, and for the Wildcats, Daniel Skillings had 23, and 8 rebounds. Marcus Pierce had 28 points, and Jason Prevard, he had 16. In the rematch up at St. Joe, which was a couple of weeks ago, St. Joe's upended Wildwood Catholic, and in a game that night that you thought when that game was over, the two teams were going to be tied for the United Division, heading into the CAL tournament. St. Joe beat Catholic 66-58, and again, it was the Marcus Pierce, Daniel Skillings show. Pierce had 25, Skillings 20 to go along with 11 rebounds, and Keyshawn Griffin, he had 12 rebounds. And for the Crusaders, it was White with 20, Thweet with 12, Hopping with 10, and Deshaun Lopez with 9. But what happened on the very last night of the season, the Wildcats had to travel down to Pleasantville High School, and the Greyhounds upset the Wildcats in an unbelievably magnificently played game. I believe the final was 82-79.
High school basketball on the coast, proudly brought to you by Crest Savings Bank. Banking since 1919 with branches to serve you throughout Cape May County. Visit CrestSavings.com. Coastline Builders, they've been doing business in South Jersey for over a decade, whatever the job, from installing new windows to new siding. Call them anytime for a free estimate on whatever job you may need done. Coastline Builders, a proud sponsor of Cape May County High School sports. Stauffer Edwards Certified Public Accountants in Wildwood proudly support Cape May County basketball. Give them a call at 609-522-0246. That's Stauffer Edwards and Company Public Accountants. Sam's Pizza, a proud supporter of Wildwood Catholic High School. Sam's Pizza on the Wildwood Boardwalk, now open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're going to take a quick 1 minute, 30-second timeout. We'll come back right after this. High school basketball on 98.7 The Coast. Back at Absegami, they're about to play the national anthem. We're going to take another 2-minute break. We'll come back with the start of this one right after this on 98.7 The Coast. All right, back at Absegami High School, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot, and Cape Atlantic League. Playoff semifinal between St. Joe and Wildwood Catholics. Wildcats of St. Joe are the 5th seed, coached by Paul Rodeo Jr. They will wear their away red uniforms trimmed in black and white. And they will start an all-underclass lineup. At the guard positions, it's Marcus Pierce, a junior, Jordan Stafford, a junior, Jason Prevard, a sophomore, and the forwards are Keshawn Griffin, a junior, and Daniel Skillings, a sophomore. Pierce is averaging 20.5 a game, Skillings 19.4. St. Joe comes in at 20-4. Wildwood Catholic will wear the home whites trimmed in black and blue. Coached by Dave DeWeese, they are the number 1 seed. 18-7 on the season. And Wildwood Catholic beat Ocean City in its opener of the Cape Atlantic League tournament, 84-47. Starters for Catholic, the 2 senior forwards, Taj Thweet, the West Virginia recruit at 6'8", Jaleel White, the Temple recruit at 6'7". They'll play the forward positions. A junior, Deshaun Lopez, will play a swing position, and the guards are junior Martin Angelov and senior Jacob Hopping. Thweet leads Wildwood Catholic in scoring at 17.3 a game. White right on his heels at 17.2 a game. We failed to tell you about St. Joe and how they got here. The 5th-seeded Wildcats beat Atlantic City 59-52 in overtime in their quarterfinal to get to this game. The officials for the game are Ron Bukunowicz, Dwight Davis, and Darren Bossert. This game certainly in capable hands with those 3 gentlemen there. We appreciate Matt Ulmer on the video for us here on Coast Sports Today's Facebook page. The video brought to you by Ulmer's Appliance for all of your appliance repair needs in Cape May County. 609-368-4444. Wildwood Catholic in white will be moving from right to left across your video screen if you are watching the video. If you're on radio, in your car, we thank you for joining us. We are underway as Ron Bukunowicz walks in with the basketball, and we'll toss it. It's Griffin for St. Joe, Thweet for Wildwood Catholic. The tip is controlled by St. Joe. Marcus Pierce, the transfer from Middle Township, will bring it up. Wildwood Catholic showing 2-3 zone to start. Pierce head of the circle, goes left side, gets a return pass. Driving with Stafford. Kicked it to Skilling. Stafford gets it back. Pierce looks to the bench for some instruction. As St. Joe being very deliberate against this 2-3 zone by Wildwood Catholic. Stafford left side back to Pierce. Stafford again. Pierce again. Stafford tries a long 3. In and out. Rebound Taj Thweet. Jaleel White pushing for Wildwood Catholic up the right wing. Into the lane. Takes a bump. Misses a shot. Got his own rebound. And then had the ball stolen out of his hands. But then Jacob Hopping steals the outlet pass. And Wildwood Catholic has it. White in the corner for 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound brought down by Jordan Stafford. And St. Joe with possession. No score, 6:53 to go, first quarter.
And one of the things St. Joe's, Brian, they're going to try and control the tempo. That's why they were successful in that second meeting at St. Joe when they beat Wildwood Catholic 66-58.
Skillings a deep 3, got it. Daniel Skillings a right wing 3 for St. Joe, gives them the early lead.
And he had Hopping come out, and Hopping was in his face. But Skilling, great concentration.
Lopez down low to Thweet, and he got it knocked out of his hands and out of bounds.
That was a good find that time by Deshaun Lopez, the junior. Driving from that left side, found his teammate Thweet. But the ball was batted out of his hands by Keshawn Griffin.
White driving down the lane, kicks out. Lopez driving into the top of the lane, kicks it to Hopping. Hopping at the top of the key. Squares up, lost the dribble, goes to Lopez on the left wing. And he'll walk it out to Martin Angelov. Angelov driving, kicking to Hopping. Hopping rips through, lost the basketball. It's stolen away by Prevard. Skillings passes, that was tipped, but Pierce picks up the loose ball and resets the St. Joe offense. That tip pass prevented an open layup attempt by Marcus Pierce. Lobbed into the corner, Skillings. Back to Stafford. Stafford bounces over to Pierce on the left wing. And Pierce will walk it back out for the Wildcats. Goes right side to Skillings in the post. Pass was tipped out of bounds by Thweet. 3-0 St. Joe, 5:23 to go first quarter. Cape Atlantic League Boys Playoff Semifinal. Stafford to trigger the inbound. Flips it long to Marcus Pierce against this 2-3 zone by Wildwood Catholic.
And again, St. Joe just showing they're going to be very
Skillings,
patient.
a deep three. Air ball goes out of bounds.
That's not exactly the shot that Coach Paul Rodeo wanted to see his squad take, Brian.
St. Joe will show some pressure here. Wildwood Catholic inbounds it to Jaleel White. He'll walk it up for the Crusaders.
Skillings was out of his range.
White kicks the Thweet down the baseline. Two-hand dunk for Taj Thweet. Gets Wildwood Catholic on the board as the Crusaders spread the floor with a 1-4 set. And when the help came to White, White slipped it off the Thweet. It was wide open.
And that was a good spread offense that time by Wildwood Catholic.
Skillings is fouled by Angelov on the wing. And St. Joe will inbound.
That's going to be the first personal foul on Martin Angelov. First team foul against the Crusaders.
Brevard goes to Pierce. Now it's Stafford on the right side. Looks for cutters, no one open. He flips it out to Griffin. Now it's Stafford again to the top of the key area to Pierce. Wildwood Catholic wanted a walking call, but Pierce held his pivot foot there. Stafford kicks. Now it's cross court to Pierce. Pierce lost it. He was stripped by White. Martin Angelov picked up the loose ball, bounces to White up the floor, and he is fouled. And Jaleel White will go to the line for 2 shots. And he can give Wildwood Catholic a lead. Crusaders trail 3-2, 4:10 to go first quarter.
And that was Wildwood Catholic right there, able to extend that defensive pressure out on the perimeter, causing that turnover. Then they raced the ball quickly down the floor. That personal foul was on Keyshawn Griffin, the 6'5" junior forward.
First free throw was good. Second one is also good. White's had some struggles at the lines, especially recently, but he made both of those.
Yes.
Crusaders showing 1-2-2 zone pressure. Pierce gets it over to Stafford, back to Pierce. As they beat the pressure, and Wildwood Catholic drops back into a 2-3 zone. Pierce top of the key, gets a ball screen, takes the ball to the left wing. Lost the dribble, kicks it out to Brevard. Brevard over to Stafford. Brevard head of the key now. Stafford again, right side. Brevard again. Stafford again, into the lane. Dishes off to Skillings, layup rejected by White, but it was after the ball had hit the backboard, and that is a goaltending violation. So count the basket for Daniel Skillings, and St. Joe is up 5-4.
And Skillings has all 5 Wildcat points. 3:30 to play, first quarter. St. Joe's 5, Wildwood Catholic 4. Cape
White,
Atlantic
top of the
League.
key, shoots a 3, in and out, rebound to Skillings. Skillings flips it to Stafford. Stafford up to Pierce, stolen away by White, flipped it to Angelov to keep it in bounds. Angelov brings it across the division line for the Crusaders. 3:10 to go first quarter. Martin Angelov pounds the dribble, trying to break his man down, gets into the paint, kicks. Taj Thweet along the baseline, lost his dribble, got it down low to White. Ball's loose, and it's picked up by Skillings. White couldn't handle the pass. It was thrown too hard. Pierce throws a ball too low, looking for Brevard. It's loose. Pierce picks it up, shoots, no good but a foul.
And they're going to get Martin Angelov again, Brian. That's going to be his second. And that time, that ball was just batted around. It was loose on the floor, and neither team could really retain possession. Then the Wildcats come up with it, and they get it to Pierce on the right side of the basket. He does a good job in drawing that contact.
Pierce by a wide margin, buddy, leads the Cape Atlantic League in free throws made. He's made 118 on the season. The next closest player is in the 80s. You can tell he does a lot of his work going to the basket, and he got the free throw opportunity here by doing just that. He makes that free throw. And it's 6-4 St. Joe.
And again, this game right now being played at St. Joe's pace. Very deliberate.
Here's Hopping, top of the key. Lobs in the low post to Thweet. He is pushed from behind and fouled by Griffin. That's Griffin's second foul. And quickly off the bench is Nick Delva, and he'll come into the game for Griffin.
And Griffin, the 6'5 junior, he does pick up that foul.
By the way, buddy, David Zarfati's into the game for Wildwood Catholic, replacing Angelov, who picked up two early fouls. Here's Thweet off the inbound, down the lane, and he stuffs it home with a tomahawk.
Wow. That was a no doubt about it. A Thweet treat with a one-handed slam.
Pierce across the division line against the pressure. Now Wildwood Catholic drops back into a 2-3 zone. Pierce head of the key. Goes over to Brevard, back to Pierce. Pierce top of the lane, fakes a shot, leans in, goes to Brevard. Brevard splits defenders. Off the glass, no good. Tremendous defense by Jaleel White, who jumped straight in the air and had his verticality, so no foul. And then White clears the rebound and gets fouled.
And that foul is going to be called on Nick Vins Delva, 6'3 senior. And that's going to be his first, team's third.
Tom Belanson into the game for Wildwood Catholic. We're tied at 6, 1:50 to go first quarter. Cape Atlantic League boys semifinal. White takes the ball to the right side, goes to Thweet. Thweet for three, top of the key, no good. Rebound brought down by St. Joe, and Pierce has it back to Skillings. Bounced over to Stafford. Pierce on the right wing against Arfati. Pierce trying to get into the lane. Goes to Stafford. Stafford kicks. Brevard a deep three. That's short. Rebound. Jacob Hopping had it, lost it, saved it inbounds to Belanson. Now it's Hopping again. He'll bring it up across the timeline for Wildwood Catholic. Hopping having trouble with the dribble, but still holding it. Lobs in the post to Thweet. Thweet catches, scores with the dunk and a foul.
And one. Again, good ball movement that time. Hopping, as Brian said, he almost fumbled away that ball, but he was able to retain possession, come up with a good, strong dribble, find his teammate Thweet open on that right block, and Thweet does the rest.
And he completes the three-point play. Thweet has 7 points, 6 of them on 3 dunks, and then the free throw. 9-6 Wildwood Catholic. Pierce nearly traveled in the backcourt. Official indicated by pointing that he held his pivot foot. But Pierce has it and settles down the St. Joe offense against this 2-3 zone for Wildwood Catholic.
That last foul was on Nick Vins Delva. That's his second, 4th team foul against the Wildcats.
Pierce, top of the key. St. Joe trying to run some ball screens against defenders at the top of the key to free Pierce, but didn't work so far. Pass down low, layup is good. Good look.
Yeah, excellent.
From Brevard to Stafford.
Excellent ball movement that time by the Wildcats. And Brevard gets
Hopping,
that easy
kicks
layup.
out to Zarfati. Zarfati driving to the basket, couldn't finish. Tipped up and in by Jacob Hopping. St. Joe going quickly. Skillings rejected out of bounds by Taj Thweet. And I think White actually may have gotten a hand on that on the way up as well, and then Thweet knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah, that's obviously,
Can only get one block shot on a play.
Yeah. But what a presence.
St. Joe whipping it around the perimeter off the inbound.
What a presence.
Here is a three by Brevard, and it's good. Jason Brevard knocks down a three as the quarter ends, and we are tied at 11. Cape Atlantic League boys semifinal between Wildwood Catholic and St. Joe. Back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast. All right, back at Apsagami High School, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbotton, and Jason Brevard's three-pointer to end the first quarter ties the game at 11. Wildwood Catholic will have possession to start the second period.
And Brian, in that first quarter, Wildwood Catholic, they shot 4 for 10 from the floor. They were 0 for 2 from beyond the arc, but they also dominated the boards. They had 8 rebounds to St. Joe's 4. The Wildcats also
Here's White
shot
down the
4.
lane, kicks off to Belanson. Angelov making Zarfati over to Thweet. Thweet pulls his way into the post, and his jump hook is good. Taj Thweet already with 9 to lead all scorers in this game so far. Here's a trap, and losing the basketball is Jordan Stafford. A Wildwood Catholic player knocked it out of his hands. As Stafford tried to reach for it, he knocked it out of bounds inadvertently, and Wildwood Catholic will have it.
And that's the third turnover against St. Joe. 7:27 to play, second quarter. Wildwood Catholic 13, St. Joe 11.
Here's Zarfati, goes to Belanson. Belanson left side to Thweet. Thweet down low to Zarfati, lost the dribble on the post, and he throws it away. He threw it too hard for Belanson, but it's stolen right back by Belanson at half court. Hopping down the lane, and the layup is good. Wildwood Catholic with a quick 4 points to start the second period.
Each team has turned it over 4 times now.
Skillings in the post. It's stolen away by White. Bad pass by Skillings. White to the basket. Layup is good.
Wow,
Timeout, St. Joe. Timeout on the floor. And Wildwood Catholic with 6 straight to start the second quarter. And it's a 30-second timeout taken by St. Joseph. High school basketball on the coast. Brought to you by Russo's Market in North Wildwood. They're a proud supporter of Wildwood Catholic High School. They'd like to wish the students and coaches the best of luck this basketball season. This tax season, visit your local H&R Block office today. Office is located at 3845 Bayshore Road in North Cape May and 3307 New Jersey Avenue in Wildwood. Just another way it's better with Block, and that's H&R Block, and they proudly support high school basketball on the coast. The Borough of Avalon, cooler by a mile. For a list of exciting recreation events and sports camps, log on to avalonrecreation.org. 6 straight for Wildwood Catholic. They lead 17-11 out of the timeout. Here's St. Joe with the ball. Stafford in the corner. Skillings for 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound brought down by White. White to Zarfati. Got it up, and he traveled. Wow, Zarfati, if he just caught it right away and looked up, he would have had Thweet wide open for another dunk attempt. And he shuffled his feet, and St. Joe will get it back.
Yes, he did, and that's the 5th turnover against Wildwood Catholic. St. Joe's has also turned it over 5 times.
Stafford to Pierce. Pierce lost it.
That was
and Zarfati got in the passing lane there and caused Pierce to fumble it, and it goes out of bounds, and Wildwood Catholic will have it.
Well, that was like an unforced turnover, Brian. What Zarfati was able to do, obviously with his hand movement, he kind of blinded Pierce, and then the ball goes out of bounds off of Pierce, and that's the 6th turnover, 4th in this quarter against the Wildcats.
Wildwood Catholic with the basketball. Right side, Jaleel White looking in the post, lobs it to Thweet. Thweet was open. There was no backside help, but White's pass was too high.
And that will be turnover number 6 against the Crusaders. We're coming up on the 6-minute mark. Second quarter, it's 17-11. Wildwood Catholic on top.
Stafford down low. Traveling with the basketball is Jason Brevard, and that traveling violation was certainly caused by the presence of Taj Thweet in the post.
Yeah, Thweet closed out and help side defense very quickly, and Brevard really just was trying to pump fake. He ended up, and Thweet didn't go for them, so he ends up shuffling his feet, and it's a turnover.
Here comes Wildwood Catholic. Lopez back into the game as Hopping sits. He gets a breather. Crusaders by 6. Lopez top of the key. Driving. Back door to Thweet. Thweet turns and banks it off the glass and good. Taj Thweet is on a mission in this game, and he's already got 11.
And that's an 8-0 run.
Pierce back door to Skillings. Skillings blocked by White. Here goes Wildwood Catholic. Angelov right down the lane to the basket, missed the layup, tipped by Thweet, no, tipped again by Thweet, no, and the rebound off of St. Joe and out of bounds.
Yeah, and that time, it was all Thweet could do as he kept the ball alive. He just couldn't put it in the basket after the Angelov miss. And again, Wildwood Catholic on an 8-0 run to start this second quarter.
Thweet in the corner. Holds, puts the ball on the floor, goes to Zarfati. Now it's back to White. White will bring it back out, reset the offense for the Crusaders. 19-11, they lead, just over 5 minutes to go, first half. White spins into the lane, gets to the basket, and the layup is good.
Well, I don't know too many high school basketball players that do that move any better than Jaleel White.
Pierce down the lane, lost it. Skillings picks it up, missed the layup. Rebound goes out of bounds off of Wildwood Catholic. And those are the things that happen. You know, you give up a 10-0 run and you got an easy layup there, and Skillings kind of rushed it and missed it. So it's Wildwood Catholic by 10, 21-11. 4:48 to go, second quarter.
Wildwood Catholic's athleticism and their length really bothering the Wildcats here in this quarter.
Pierce down the lane, rejected by Thweet. Goes in the corner to Stafford, flips it across court to Skillings. And now it's Stafford again, top of the key. Skillings left side. Stafford kicks to Griffin. Now it's Pierce. Pierce will reset the offense, sends Griffin the forward into the lane area.
Pierce looking over to the coaching staff, looking over to his bench for some direction. 4:10 to play in the second quarter. St. Joe yet to score in this quarter.
Pierce goes to Skillings. Skillings bounces to Brevard. Skillings again, a deep three. Got it with a hand in his face. Daniel Skillings has 7.
The 6'5" sophomore, he can stroke from the outside as he's shown it here in this first half.
Lopez with it. Bounces in the corner to Thweet. Thweet, backdoor pass. Zarfati missed the reverse layup though. And here's Brevard trying to run for St. Joe. His outlet pass was kicked by Jaleel White. Good play by White to stop the fast break. It's a violation on the kick, and St. Joe will inbound right at the division line.
Yeah, Coach Dave DeWeese not happy with that sequence on the offensive end. That was a really good pass, and Dave Sarfati, he's got to make that. No one knows that better than David Sarfati.
Jada Byers into the game for St. Joe for the first time. He now has the basketball. Gets a ball screen from Griffin, tries a backdoor pass, tipped and stolen away by White. But they're going to say that White still had his foot on the end line when he picked up the basketball.
White was trying to plead his case with the official. There's some kind of double line down there in that dark
inbound pass
lane.
stolen away by Hopping. Just picked it right out of the air. Here comes White for the Crusaders to Angelov for 3. In and out. Rebound goes off of St. Joe and out of bounds.
(21-14). Wildwood Catholic on top. 3:11 to play, second quarter.
Here's Hopping on the right wing. Hopping into the lane, takes a bump, no good but a foul. And he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
And they're going to call that foul on Jason Brevard. That's going to be his first, team's 5th.
Jacob Hopping to the line for 2 shots. Crusaders ahead by a football score here, 21-14, 3:05 to go, second quarter. First foul shot is good. Very large gymnasium here at Absegami. We're probably about 3/4 full. Second free throw by Hopping is also good.
And Brian throws the football term out there as we're playing, as Catholic's playing St. Joe's, one of the best football programs in the state. And right there, Jada Byers.
One of the best players in the state. You're right, buddy. Griffin back to Byers. This is a 12-3 run by Wildwood Catholic to start the second quarter. Pierce trying to break down Lopez, couldn't do it. Kicks it over to Brevard. Now it's Pierce again. Pierce driving, gets to the basket, and then throws it away. Oh, no, actually a Wildwood Catholic player tipped it. So it goes out of bounds, and St. Joe will have it. But Pierce moved into a bad area there. got himself caught in the air and was fortunate that St. Joe got that ball back. Inbound pass tipped.
Yeah, that time
Into
Byers.
the second row of the stands there off the inbound.
Byers tried to get it over Thweet, and Thweet just swatted it into the bleachers.
You got to throw it pretty darn high to do that. Inbound pass to Griffin, threw it back, and what a great play by Pierce to prevent a backcourt violation. Pierce crosses over, goes to Byers, back to Pierce, top of the key. More like 35 feet from the basket, above the key. Now it's Byers, right side to Pierce. Pierce flips it over to Prevard on the left wing, back to Pierce. St. Joe working it along the perimeter against this zone. And we have a foul. This will go against Lopez as make that Prevard was driving to the basket.
And it's going to be a 2-shot foul. Deshaun Lopez picks up his first. It's going to be the third team foul against Wildwood Catholic.
Free throw is good. Prevard rattles it home. He has 4 points. This is his first trip to the line.
And just the third free throw attempt here in the first half for the Wildcats. They're 2 of 3.
And the second one is no good. Rebound to Thweet. And here comes Wildwood Catholic. White, top of the key, off a ball screen from Hopping. Spins into the lane and is fouled as he was held by Marcus Pierce.
Yeah, that was
They're going to say no shot, possession underneath.
And that's going to be the 6th team foul against St. Joe. So from this point forward, Wildwood Catholic will be going to the line.
Hopping left wing off the inbound. Gets a ball screen from Thweet. Hopping, foul line jumper. Off the rim, no good. Rebound brought down by St. Joe's Byers. Byers through the lane, and he is fouled as he just got to the top of the lane.
And they're going to call that foul on Jacob Hopping, the 6'3" senior guard. He picks up his first, 4th team foul. St. Joe will inbound underneath their basket.
They get it into Pierce. Pierce, top of the key, goes right side to Byers. Pierce again between the circles to Skillings. Back to Pierce. Byers now on the right side. St. Joe's been having trouble against this 2-3 zone by Wildwood Catholic. Just 15 points on the board for the Wildcats late in the second quarter here as we come inside a minute and a half to play in the half. Byers trying to break a man down, can't. Prevard, now it's over to Pierce. Pierce picked up by Lopez. Pierce a couple crossover dribbles, can't shake free of Lopez. Now gets a return pass, fires a deep three and knocks it down.
And that was a big shot for the Wildcats by Pierce.
And only a 5-point game now, 23-18. Here's Angelov, back to White, left side. Angelov, top of the key. Angelov lobs nicely to Thweet in the post, turns, rejected, and the ball bounces up and goes in the basket. Credit that to Taj Thweet. And now we have a turnover on St. Joe. Their outlet pass goes out of bounds. Griffin actually blocked that shot by Thweet into the floor, and it bounced up and went in the basket.
That's when you know things are going well offensively. Taj Thweet. That might be one of the easiest shots he'll make all season.
25-18, Wildwood Catholic, 43 seconds to go before halftime. And it looks like Wildwood Catholic wants to hold for one. Lopez just inside the division line, just holding the basketball. As St. Joe declines to come out and guard him, at least at this juncture. We're now inside 20 seconds to go in the half. Wildwood Catholic now calls out a play. 15 seconds to go. Here's White, left side, right side, 10 seconds to go. Angelov over to Hopping. Hopping puts it on the floor, lost it, dips in, and then he traveled.
And Hopping thought he was fouled, but that's not going to be the case, nor will it be the call. Instead, it's the 7th turnover. That's Wildwood Catholic runs almost 30 seconds off the clock.
Here's Pierce pushing to try to get off a last shot, and he lost it as the buzzer sounds. So a good second quarter by Wildwood Catholic. They lead it 25-18 at the half in this Cape Atlantic League boys basketball semifinal. We'll take a 4-minute timeout. We'll come back with the halftime report right after this on 98.7 The Coast. Back at the half, Brian Kniff with Buddy Tarbonton, 25-18. Wildwood Catholic is on top of St. Joseph here in the Cape Atlantic League playoff semifinal here at Apsagami High School. Wildwood Catholic with a 10-0 run at one point during that second quarter, after the teams were tied at 11 after the first period, and the Crusaders now with the 7-point lead at the half. Your point totals for the first half, and for St. Joe, Daniel Skillings has 8, 4 apiece for Jason Prevard and Marcus Pierce, and 2 for Jordan Stafford. For Wildwood Catholic, Taj Tweed has 13 points and 5 rebounds. Jaleel White, 6 points and 4 rebounds. And Jacob Hopping also has 6 points for the Crusaders. High school basketball on the coast brought to you by the Anglesey Pub, located at First in New Jersey in North Wildwood. Open daily, serving lunch and dinner. Find their daily specials and entertainment at anglesey.pub. Osborne's Furniture, a proud supporter of high school sports. They'd like to wish the students and coaches the best of luck this basketball season. North Wildwood Recreation Center is a proud sponsor of high school sports. For information on all camps and programs, call 522-2955 or check them out at northwildwood.com. Lucky Bones in Cape May, the warmth of a hometown atmosphere, great food with great friends, and ice cold craft beer. Lucky Bones at the foot of the bridge in Cape May. So Wildwood Catholic, buddy, kind of asserted themselves in that second quarter, and they have the 7-point lead here at the half.
Yeah, Brian, they definitely did. They were able to cause some turnovers and convert those into some fast break points, and obviously that plays to Wildwood Catholic's strength. And also getting the ball inside, Taj Sweet, he only took 1 shot from the perimeter, and that was a 3-ball that he did not make. But he was dominant on the inside, and that is obviously their strength. Then you get Jaleel White, who's got some of the prettiest drives to the basket. His wingspan, he does an unbelievable job. And again, it turns back to the Crusader defense. They're making every possession pretty tough on the Wildcats. So Wildwood Catholic shot 10 for 23 from the floor. Brian, they didn't make a 3-point basket in that first half. They were 0 for 3 from beyond the arc, but they were 5 for 5 from the charity stripe. They had 16 rebounds. They had 3 assists. They turned the ball over 7 times. St. Joseph, they shot 6 for 16 from the floor. They had 10 shots after the first quarter. They only got 6 field goals up in that second quarter. They were 4 for 8 from the three-point line. That's been what's keeping them in the game. Every time they fall behind close to either 9, 10, or 11, they make it 3, which has been keeping them. They've been hanging around. They had, as I said, 8 rebounds, and they turned the ball over 8 times. So, this is going to be 16 minutes. They're going to come out here, St. Joe and both Wildwood Catholic, and really get after it. The first 3 minutes of this third quarter are going to be very important to see who can wrest that momentum from the other. And, obviously Wildwood Catholic's going to want to run, and St. Joe's is going to want to slow the pace.
25-18, Wildwood Catholic on top. High school basketball on the coast brought to you by Hemingway's at the Grand in Cape May, the locals' favorite restaurant for lunch or dinner. Hemingway's Oceanfront on Beach Avenue in Cape May. Follow them on Facebook. Carini serves lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. That's Carini's on Pacific Avenue in Wildwood Crest. 30 Savings Bank, banking with a personal touch. They proudly support Cape May County High School basketball. SturdyOnline.com for all of your banking or financial needs. 25-18, Wildwood Catholic leads at the half. Cape Atlantic League boys playoff semifinal. Winner plays at Stockton on Saturday against St. Augustine Prep. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back with the start of the second half right after this on 98.7 The Coast. This live video stream of Wildwood Catholic St. Joe in the Cape Atlantic League semifinal being brought to you by Olmer's Appliance for all of your appliance repair needs in Cape May County, 609-368-4444. Good luck to all of the players in tonight's game from the Greater Wildwoods Tourism Improvement and Development Authority. Quatita supports high school basketball on the coast. St. Joe with the basketball to start the second half, trailing 25-18. Wildwood Catholic starts in that same 2-3 zone. Here's Brevard, goes to Marcus Pierce. Over to Jordan Stafford, drives, floater, up and good, and a foul. Got it up over Taj Thweet. Thweet decked Stafford. And Stafford will go to the line to try to complete a three-point play.
Yeah, that's a big bucket too. Jordan Stafford, he just took it right through the heart of the left side of that Catholic defense. Draws the contact. Thweet picks up his first.
Free throw's no good. And here comes Wildwood Catholic, leading by 5. They led by as many as 10 in that second quarter. Here's Lopez, top of the key. Against the man-to-man defense by St. Joe. Lost the dribble. Hands off to Hopping. Hopping gets a ball screen from Thweet. Hopping stops at the foul line, goes to White. White on the right wing. White, left-handed dribble, trying to get in the lane on Pierce. Spins. It's called for traveling.
And momentarily, Lopez had Thweet on that pick and roll. He just didn't see him. But nonetheless, Crusaders do turn the ball over.
Driving is Stafford. Down low to Skillings. Missed the layup. Thweet the rebound. Outlets to Angelov. Angelov, center of the floor, doesn't have numbers, backs it away. Holds the dribble, goes to Lopez just inside the division line. Lopez working against Skillings. Lopez lost the dribble, comes up high to Angelov. Angelov stops, shoots from 18 feet, and it's blocked by Stafford. Stafford rebounds, and Angelov fouls him, and that's his third. Boy, that is a poor decision right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything about that.
That's almost like a turnover, really. Well, and then he commits his third foul on top of it.
Exactly. And that, and again, that decision, Stafford had him covered. He was playing really good defense.
Stafford to Brevard. Back to Stafford, left side. Stafford, Brevard again. Stafford again. Cross court to Pierce, right wing. Here's Brevard, top of the key. Pierce again. Gets a ball screen from Griffin. Over to Brevard for 3. Bang!
And just like that, St. Joe's right back in the game. They cut the Crusader lead to 2.
Here's White between the circles for Wildwood Catholic against Marcus Pierce.
The Wildcats on a 12.
White steps in, shoots a 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound brought down by Brevard. Outletted to Pierce. Pierce into the lane and is bumped and fouled. They call that on Thweet, and Wildwood Catholic wants a timeout. They're going to take a full timeout. 5:50 to go in the third. 25-23. Crusaders lead St. Joe. Back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast. High school basketball on the coast brought to you by the Mad Batter in Cape May. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day, and they've been voted the best happy hour in Cape May for the past 6 years. That's the Mad Batter in Cape May. St. Joe on a little 5-0 run to start the second half, and they have the basketball, and they can tie or take the lead on this possession with a 3. Stafford back to Brevard, just to the left of the key, over to Stafford. Into the lane, lost the dribble. Angelov picks up the loose ball, lobs it out to Jaleel White, and he will dunk it with 2 hands down the other end.
Wildwood Catholic certainly needed that. 27-23.
White with 8.
5:25 to go.
Excuse me, buddy. White with 8. Crusaders show pressure. And here's Pierce driving baseline, pulls up, jumper, got it.
Wow, that was a tough shot. And a very good shot by Marcus Pierce, the 6'2 junior guard.
27-25, Wildwood Catholic on top. They have the basketball. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Hopping lost the dribble. Goes cross court, and it goes out of bounds off of Wildwood Catholic. No.
Oh.
Looks like the near side official didn't see the second tip. Now they're going to change the call. Good job by the officials there. Skillings tipped it. It went off of Lopez again and out of bounds. The official was so close to the play he couldn't see the second tip. And Darren Bosser came from the other side of the court and said, I got a second tip there, and Ron Bukunowicz overrules himself. And St. Joe has the basketball after the advice of his partner.
That was great teamwork by the officials, and they get the call right.
Here is Pierce over to Brevard, and he travels. Good defense by Jacob Hopping. Brevard got past Lopez, but Hopping was right there in a good position, and Brevard shuffled his feet.
That's going to be the 10th turnover against St. Joe. And again, this is another big offensive possession for Wildwood Catholic.
White lost the dribble. Looking in the post, can't get it there. Bounces it out to Angelov. Angelov down the lane, lobs to Thweet. Thweet along the baseline, and he is fouled. Griffin was doing a good job of being physical with Thweet and prevented that from being an alley-oop. Thweet just had to go up and snatch it out of the air, and then he was fouled. Wildwood Catholic inbounding, leading by 2, 4:12 to go, third quarter. And we're going to have an offensive foul, I believe, called against Taj Thweet, and that's his third. Pushing off on the inbound.
Well, there's 3 quick ones, too. Quick ones.
He had none in the first half.
4:05 to play, third quarter. It's Wildwood Catholic 27, St. Joe's 25. This is Cape Atlantic League semifinal action. The winner goes on to play Saturday at Stockton University.
Pierce for 3, short. Rebound batted around, back to Griffin. Pierce now driving again, spinning, got it to Brevard, layup no good. Thweet the rebound, and he outlets it to Hopping. Hopping at the division line, Hopping left-handed drill, back to Thweet, no good but a foul. Thweet was going for a tomahawk dunk, but got fouled on the way up and kind of fumbled the ball and couldn't finish it. Matt Ulmer would have had that on SportsCenter tonight.
Yeah, that had all the makings of another highlight reel dunk. And that foul was on Jordan Stafford, his second.
Thweet missed the first free throw.
Yeah, he missed that one hard, back at a rim. He's 1 for 2 from the line.
27-25, Wildwood Catholic on top, 3:38 to go, third quarter. Second free throw by Taj Thweet, that one is good. That miss by Thweet was Wildwood Catholic's first miss from the free throw line of the game. They had made their first 5. Stafford across the timeline, takes it right wing. The Skillings for 3, no good but a foul. And he's fouled by Jacob Hopping.
And Skillings will now go to the line to shoot 3 free throws.
First one is good. He has 9 points. Second one is also good.
If he knocks this one down, you're going to hear the roof come off from the St. Joe Wildcat fans.
Yeah, that'll tie the game, and it does. So Daniel Skillings makes all 3. We're tied at 28, 3:25 to go, third quarter. White over to Zarfati. Zarfati top of the key, hands off to Hopping. Hopping takes it left side. Lobs in the post to Thweet. Thweet is fouled by Griffin.
And Keyshawn Griffin, that's going to be his third. The 6'5" junior.
Hopping to inbound for Wildwood Catholic. Bounces it to White along the baseline. Turns, jump hook, no good. Rebound, Thweet, no good, but a foul. And you know, if you're Wildwood Catholic and Dave DeWeese, the head coach, is actually imploring his player, Taj Thweet's got to finish that, buddy. That's got to be a three-point opportunity.
Absolutely, and it doesn't have to be a dunk. Strong off the glass.
First free throw's good. Thweet with 15 now. Nick Delva back in for St. Joe as that was the third foul on Kashawn Griffin. Thweet's second free throw is also good. Thweet 4 for 5 from the line. He has 16 points to lead all scorers. Wildwood Catholic leads 30-28. Inside 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Pierce lost the dribble, flipped it over to Stafford. Stafford. Pass stolen away by Thweet. Thweet to Hopping. Hopping is tripped and fouled. That'll go against Stafford.
And Jordan Stafford's going to pick up his third personal foul, and it's going to be the fifth team foul against St. Joe. So both teams, with 2:45 to play here in the third quarter, both teams have 5 team fouls.
Hopping gets it into Lopez, who hands it back to Hopping. We'll start the offense between the circles. Hopping to the basket, reverse layup, no good but a foul.
And that foul will be on Jason Prevard. That's going to be his second.
Hopping with 6 points in the game, and also the 6th team foul against St. Joe. So any common non-team control foul is going to send Wildwood Catholic to the line for the rest of the game.
And excuse me, that's going to be the third personal foul on Prevard. And as Brian just said, the 6th team foul.
Hopping knocks down both free throws. He has 8 in the game. He's 4 for 4 from the line. Crusaders by 4, 2:35 to go third quarter. Pierce, bumped and fouled by Thweet, and that's his 4th.
That was definitely not a good foul. And that's going to be the 6th team foul.
And actually, buddy, they're saying the official scorer only has Thweet with 3 fouls. That's his 3rd. Here's Byers down the lane, kicks out. Skilling's a baseline drive, pulls up, no good long. Rebound batted all the way into the backcourt. Pierce throws it away. He didn't have to save that. And Lopez is fouled up the other end. I think Pierce thought that was going to be a backcourt violation, but there was no team control there after the shot. He could have gone back into the backcourt and gotten that ball and been okay.
And Pierce picks up that personal foul, Brian. That's his second. And as we said earlier, that's the 7th team foul. Now Lopez goes to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Free throw's good. That's his Deshaun Lopez first point of the game. Wildwood Catholic leads by 5, 33-28.
That was his first field goal attempt.
Oh, he didn't have a field goal attempt.
Well, he still doesn't then.
Second free throw is no good. That was a non-shooting foul that was a 1-and-1. Byers the rebound for St. Joe. Wildwood Catholic has switched to a 1-3-1 extended zone here. Here's Pierce. Pierce, pass tipped into the backcourt by Hopping. Byers gets it. Byers down low. Threw it too hard, but off the backboard to Pierce. Short on the shot. Rebound to White. White lobs it out looking for Thweet, but Byers goes back and steals the outlet pass. Byers is fouled by Hopping.
And that's going to be the 3rd personal foul.
Hopping thinks he got it cleanly, buddy, but you just can't from behind, from up top, hack down and expect to not get a foul called against you.
And that's going to send Byers to the line, the 5'7" senior guard with a 1-and-1.
No good. Rebound batted around, and the rebound's brought down by Jaleel White. Catholic by 5, 1:39 to go third quarter. Winner goes to the Cape Atlantic League Championship game. They'll play St. Augustine Prep, who beat Mainland in the earlier semifinal. Wildwood Catholic holding the basketball here. They have the possession hour in their favor, leading by 5. St. Joe is sitting back. Now Skillings will come out and pick up Lopez. Lopez down the lane, and the finger roll is good.
At that time, Deshaun Lopez just did a great job breaking down his man No help side.
Catholic back up by 7, and they've scored 7 straight. Byers on the right side. Byers drives, layup, no good. Rebound brought down by White. White to Lopez. Inside a minute to go in the third quarter. Crusaders by 7. Jaleel White top of the key. Backs it away. Crusaders might want to hold for 1. Again, the possession hour is in their favor. 43 seconds to go in the period. Skillings is out, but not close enough to get a 5-second closely guarded count. White flips it over to Lopez. Lopez picked up by Byers. Lopez hands off to Hopping. Hopping down the lane to the basket. Layup is good.
Wow, what a tough move.
37-28. Wildwood Catholic, 20 seconds to go in the period. Byers with it. Crossover dribble. Flips it over to Stafford. Now it's Pierce. 10 seconds to go. Pierce kicks in the corner to Skillings for 3. Off the iron, no good. Tipped up by Stafford, no good, but a foul. And Jordan Stafford will go to the line for 2 shots. Foul will go against Deshaun Lopez.
And Stafford did a good job, coming up with that weak side rebound, or at least almost coming up with it, but he does draw that foul on Deshaun Lopez. He misses the first free throw. Stafford now 0 for 2 from the line. 5.1 seconds to go, third quarter. 37-28, Wildwood Catholic on top.
Second one, he rattles it in. Here goes White. White back to Hopping. Hopping for 3, short as the buzzer sounds. And at the end of 3, it's Wildwood Catholic 37, St. Joe 29. Back after this for the fourth quarter, 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast. High school basketball on the coast brought to you by Cabrera Companies Real Estate and more. Log on to CabreraCompanies.com. Find them on Facebook or call toll-free today, 855-633-2300. Cabrera Companies Real Estate and more. Willow Creek Winery on Stevens Street in Cape May is a proud supporter of Cape May County sports, and they are the only winery and tasting room on the Cape May Island. That's Willow Creek Winery. Wildwood Catholic, after St. Joe tied the game midway through the third quarter, scored 9 straight points. St. Joe got a free throw there at the end, but Wildwood Catholic now leading by 8 as we go to the fourth. Tommy Belanson into the game for Wildwood Catholic along the baseline, gets into the top of the lane, hands off to Martin Angelov. Angelov at the left elbow and now backs it away and restarts the offense for Wildwood Catholic. Angelov trying to break down Stafford, goes over to Belanson on the right side. Wildwood Catholic really extending its offense here. Belanson to the basket. Layup is good. What a strong move by Tom Belanson. He saw no help side, and he got a step on Daniel Skillings and went in and scored.
And he just went up hard on the right side, used the glass, and laid it in.
Pierce with the basketball. Down the lane, lost it. It's loose, stolen away by White. White up the floor for Wildwood Catholic. Goes to Hopping. Hopping fakes a 3. Into the lane, to the basket. Layup, no good. Tipped up by Thweet, no good. Tipped up again by Thweet, no good. Out of bounds off of Wildwood Catholic.
And that right there, that was just another, that was really a golden opportunity for Wildwood Catholic to increase their lead. There was a series, like 3 easy shots. They just couldn't get them to go.
Wildwood Catholic by 10. They've matched their largest lead, 39-29. Here's Stafford on the right side. Flips in the corner to Skillings. Skillings lobs it back out to Griffin. Kashawn Griffin, right side to Daniel Skillings. To Jordan Stafford for 3, and it's good.
I'll tell you what, and again, St. Joe's good ball movement. Stafford on that right side had his feet set. Pressure got out on him, but Stafford buries the 3 ball.
Angelov holding against Stafford. 40 feet from the basket. Still holding the dribble. Angelov takes it right side. Ball screen from Thweet. Goes to the top of the key. Wildwood Catholic wants a timeout. 6:09 to go. Crusaders lead 39-32. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. High school basketball on the coast brought to you by Finn's Bar and Grill. They're a proud supporter of Cape May County High School basketball. Join them for lunch, dinner, and late night 7 days a week. 142 Decatur Street in Cape May. That's Finn's Bar and Grill. The original Fudge Kitchen with locations in Cape May, Wildwood, Stone Harbor, and Ocean City. Shop their variety of fudge, candy, chocolates, and saltwater taffy. You can check out their large assortment of sugar-free selections. And, of course, we appreciate the personal delivery from the Fudge Kitchen the other night at the Wildwood Catholic Ocean City game. Family Pharmacy, a full-service pharmacy located at 804 Route 9 South at Cape May Courthouse. Serving the local community since 2009. They support all of the athletes in tonight's matchup.
A huge thank you to Paul Bogle for
Wildwood
that
Catholic
special
with the
delivery.
basketball out of the timeout. Jaleel White on the left side. Backs it away as Wildwood Catholic spreads the floor here. White drives down the lane, crosses over, missed the layup though. He's looking for contact, didn't get it. And St. Joe has it, excuse me.
And again, that was a big miss. White's got to make that.
Down low, Skillings. Left-handed scooping layup is good. Right at the front of the rim.
And
Spun into the lane and used his body as a shield and scooped it up and in with his left hand. It's 39-34 Wildwood Catholic.
The Wildcats on a 5-0 run right now.
Angelov left side, right side, goes to Thweet. Thweet fakes a three. Fakes a three again. Fakes it a third time. Now shoots it and knocks it down.
And that's the first three-point basket of the game for Wildwood Catholic.
Catholic by 8, 42-34. Here's Pierce. Left side, crossover, dribble into the paint. Stolen away by White. Called a block shot or a steal, but he took it right out of his hands. Angelov for three. Bang!
Wow.
Wildwood Catholic has its largest lead of the game at 11 at 45-34. Timeout on the floor as St. Joe calls a full timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. High school basketball on 98.7 The Coast. Back-to-back threes for Wildwood Catholic. Taj Thweet, Martin Angelov. Crusaders lead 45-34. The live video stream on the Coast Sports Today Facebook page. Proudly brought to you by Olmer's Appliance for all of your appliance repair needs in Cape May County. 609-368-4444. St. Joe with the ball, trailing by 11, 4:50 to go. Stafford on the right side. Lobs it up to Pierce, top of the key. Pierce, left side to Brevard. Swung over to Stafford on the right wing. Pass tipped, but it goes into the hands of Brevard, who gets it to Pierce. His layup is no good. Rebound, Taj Thweet. Outlets to White. 2-on-1 for Wildwood Catholic. Hopping to the basket. The layup is good.
And again, that's how Wildwood Catholic likes to run. They rip it and they get out and they go.
And we have a foul on Angelov.
And that's going to be his fourth, Brian. Martin Angelov, he picks up his fourth. And as I had said, Wildwood Catholic was 0 for 5 from the three-point line until their last two baskets, back-to-back threes. We've seen them play enough. They're not the type of team that goes an entire game.
Stafford misses a 1-and-1. Wildwood Catholic the rebound. White pushing to the basket. Off the glass and good. Shot it up over Alanis Orbonis, the 6'8 senior who just checked into the game.
49-34, coming up under 4 minutes to play. Wildwood Catholic on top.
Here's Stafford for three. It's short. White the rebound. Lobs it out to Hopping. The backdoor lob to Thweet, and it was a little too far. Thweet tried to just toss it into the basket, and it was no good. St. Joe up the floor, loose on the floor, and we have a jump ball.
And Taj Thweet hearing it from Coach DeWeese. You've got to make that bucket down here. And Taj just nods his head, basically says, yes, sir.
A 10-0 run here by Wildwood Catholic. Pass tip stolen away. Here's Hopping ahead of the pack, and he will go up and lay it in. And Wildwood Catholic is starting to pull away here, 51-34, with just 3:24 to go. Brevard stripped by Lopez, and it's another turnover on St. Joe. Here's another run out for Catholic. White behind the back to Thweet, and he will stuff it with two hands. Timeout, Wildwood Catholic. Thweet with 21 points, and the Crusaders are on their way to their third straight Cape Atlantic League championship game. Timeout on the floor. They lead by 19 with just over 3 minutes to go. Back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast. Back at Absegami High School, Wildwood Catholic has scored 14 straight points to blow this one open. They lead by 19 with 3 minutes to go, 53-34. Here's Urbanus. Back to Stafford. Stafford to Urbanus. Now it's Pierce, a deep three. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound, we have a foul on Lopez on the rebound, and Jordan Stafford will get a 1-and-1. Stafford is just 1 for 3 at the line in the game.
Deshaun Lopez with an incredulous look on his face, like, who, me? And the official says, yes, you. That's Lopez's third. Stafford knocks down the first free throw. He's now 3 of 5. And Brian, Taj Thweet with a double-double. He's to go along with his 21 points. He's got 12 rebounds.
Free throw is missed, but St. Joe claimed the rebound. Pierce with it on the left wing. Pierce into the lane. Passes down low to Stafford, who lays it up and in. Ends up being a 3-point possession for St. Joe, and they need more of those. 2:27 to go, and it's Catholic by 16, 53-37. Boy, Skillings really has to start pressing up on Lopez. He's just pounding the dribble. Now Pierce comes over and steals it. Pierce down the lane, layup, no good. Rebound batted around, White has it. White up the floor. White to the basket, lays it off to Thweet, who stuffs it with two hands.
Boy, you tell, Jaleel could have taken that.
Put Pierce quickly up the floor, and he lays it up and in for St. Joe. While with Catholic quickly, Hopping smartly backs it away.
150.
55-39. White. Oh, he had Thweet backdoor. Didn't see him. Here's White Hopping down the lane. Left-handed finger roll is good. And Wildwood Catholic, with that minute and a half to go, leads by 18. Skillings a deep three. It's good.
Skillings now 3 for 6 from beyond the arc. He has 16 points.
White to the basket, up and under move, no good. Rebound brought down by St. Joe. Here's Pierce, top of the lane, passes off to Brevard. Reverse layup is good. Good move, Jason Brevard. 57-44, but just a minute to go as Wildwood Catholic putting the finishing touches on this one. Lopez up to Angelov. The backdoor lob, and Taj Thweet stuffs it home.
Well, I'll tell you what, his teammates, I think they just enjoy giving it up. They could take some of these shots, but they love giving it up to Thweet and watching him slam it home.
3-ball by Brevard rattles it home. And here's Hopping with 33 seconds to go. Wildwood Catholic by 12. Hopping to the basket. No, tipped up and in on a dunk by Jaleel White. 24 seconds to go. Here's Pierce, a deep three. That's off the iron, no good. Lopez the rebound. 61-47. Lopez has it. He's got to get it across the division line because there's too much time left. He does so, and Wildwood Catholic will dribble this out. 61-47. 3 seconds to go, 2-1. There's the buzzer. Crusaders win it 61-47. They will go to the Cape Atlantic League Championship game for the third consecutive year. They'll look for their third straight win in that game as well. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back and give you a little post game right after this on 98.7 The Coast.